Now for our featured story of the day. Max Keiser's predicting 2.2 million in play. He upped his original target from 220,000 by a factor of 10x, and he just reiterated that target today on Christmas Eve, the 24th, with some very interesting tweets. So I'm going to break down the latest from the High Priest and welcome everyone joining the live stream, live and in the flesh. Shout out Max Keiser. I'm going to be there in El Salvador, kicking it with Max and Stacy, and finally getting to meet them after talking about them virtually every day for the past 7 years. So I'm looking forward to that. If any of y'all are going to be in El Salvador, Bitcoin country, in 2 weeks, holla. But I'm going to read the story and then I'll read you all his latest tweets. Prominent Bitcoin maximalist and former financial journalist Max Keiser has voiced a new ultra-bullish Bitcoin price prediction based on newly emerged data. He now believes Bitcoin is likely to soar as high as 2.2 million per coin in the long term, and I believe that means the next 12 to 24 months. Keiser commented on a tweet published by the Bitcoin enthusiast relating to the Bitcoin holdings of various countries, including El Salvador, where Max lives, and where he holds the position of El Salvador President Nayib Bukele's Bitcoin advisor, in respect for him for that. Keiser commented on the aforementioned tweet about El Salvador's commitment to continue buying and utilizing the Bitcoin for the economy. The tweet also says the UAE supposedly holds $40 billion worth of the Bitcoin, even though there has been no official confirmation yet, which I've covered numerous times on the pod. Now, the ex-post author presumed that if all or major countries started the bidding, he expects the price of the world's most popular crypto Bitcoin to skyrocket over the next 12 to 24 months if countries around the world begin accumulating, which we all know they're doing low-key. I mean, it's not even a question to ask me, but you let me know your thoughts. And then he thanked Max Keiser for the pleasure of following him. So check this out. Here's the tweet. I'm going to read it to you. El Salvador is obviously committed and pursuing this path, but most other countries have not. The UAE, the United Arab Emirates, supposedly has $40 billion worth of Bitcoin, but I haven't seen the official confirmation, and you're probably not going to see it. If all or many major countries start bidding, what would you expect this to do to the price of Bitcoin over the next coming 12 to 24 months if there's an aggressive push by countries worldwide? We call this the global hash war, coined by Max years ago. Thanks, Max, for always enjoy following you. Max responded to that, and this was off the back of the original post from Max. This exchange stabilization fund convertible bond approach to acquiring Bitcoin is already being discussed in El Salvador as the way to Bitcoinize our gold reserves. We sell the development rights now for the current and future payments of the Bitcoin. Now, if you missed the big news, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, Nayib Bukele announced that they're sitting on the country of El Salvador roughly $3 trillion worth of untapped, unmined gold, in which they're most likely going to just start trading for Bitcoin. So the race is on, the hash wars, the game theory. So Max responded to this guy's tweet and wrote 2.2 million per coin, hence 2.2 million in play. Now for some other recent tweets from the High Priest. But first, I got to show you the receipts. It's very important because if you don't know, check this out. Stacy Herbert, and I love her with the short hair here. I shared this with my mom earlier, and her first thing she said, I love Stacy with the short hair. So if you're watching, Stacy, we love you with the short hair, and we love you with no matter if you have the long hair. We're just saying. Stacy and Max promoting Bitcoin on TV, proof of work at 30 cents, exactly 14 years ago today. If you listen to Max and Stacy, your Bitcoin holdings are up 33 million %. I repeat, if you hodled the Bitcoin from when they announced it on TV that it is the greatest thing to ever exist since sliced bread, then you're up 33 million %. Hence, they're the true OGs. Much respect to Max and Stacy. How many of you got orange pilled thanks to Max, Stacy, and the Keiser report? Holla and let me know. He also recently tweeted, Max, a Bitcoin node in every house is one of Bukele's New Year resolutions. A decentralized nation-state model. That means if another president took place in the future and Bukele was out, they can't stop the Bitcoin train because every single house in El Salvador is going to have a Bitcoin node. They can't shut it down. The U.S.'s dilapidated infrastructure needs trillions of dollars. Max also predicts that Trump won't get the approval to buy $1 trillion in Bitcoin. He says move to El Salvador and experience the true freedom. He also recently tweeted, Trump has to decide if he wants to buy the Panama Canal in Greenland or Bitcoin. Now, clearly, I mean, Bitcoin's the smartest choice. If he waits to buy the biddy, the price will rocket higher than the U.S. can afford, even if they print USD to buy it. My guess is Trump misses the Bitcoin play because he actually doesn't get it. And someone chimed in, Trump definitely does not get Bitcoin. He does get being number one. That's our only hope. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on that and what Max just laid out for us. And what are your thoughts on him upping his prediction from 220 this cycle to now 2.2 million? Obviously, if the United States confirms the strategic Bitcoin reserve, meaning Trump actually signs it into place and they start stockpiling Bitcoin for the U.S. Treasury, anything is possible. And also recently, Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki here on Christmas Eve wrote this tweet, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, Bitcoin crybabies. Peter Schiffmeister, crying about Bitcoin prices dropping down rather than say thank you and buying more Bitcoins. Cry, babies, cry. Buy, buy, buy. Not cry, cry, cry. Be grateful, grow up, and buy more Bitcoin. Well said there, Rich Dad. I couldn't agree more. And there you have it, yo. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you agree, disagree with Max and Rich Dad and Stacey Herbert. And we'll go from there. JB agrees. She looks fabulous with the short cut. Yeah, not all women look so fantastical with the short hair, but Stacey is definitely a dime piece. And shout out to Max and Stacey. They're my favorite power duo when it comes to Bitcoin. And they've been, again, preaching Bitcoin since the early days of the Keiser report, back when it was sub $1, and you got to give them all the credit for that. How many Bitcoin millionaires were birthed as a result of that show? Endless amounts. I would dare say that the Keiser report, in my opinion, the greatest financial news show to ever exist, because all the other financial news shows are all FUD and propaganda. They've been speaking the truth, you know what I mean, for a very long time.